Welcome to my review of Kaevum Kultur, this album released last year. This is a request video by David, one of my YouTube community members. It sounds weird saying that. Usually saying Patreon just sounds better, but yeah, we're doing the YouTube community thing instead, and he has requested this review, which I've never heard before, so I gave it a couple of listens, and my god, the vocals are goddamn insane. Just getting that straight away. The vocals are ferocious, insane. It feels like almost like Nicholas in Shining, like the kind of raspy, just shrieks sometimes, and then just the laughing, and we'll get to it. Absolutely phenomenal vocals, one of the best I've heard in a long time, but the music is equally as good. This album is Norwegian black metal. It's not quite raw, but it's not like pussy black metal, you know, it's not like symphonic or anything or melodic, it's just black metal, you know, it's just black metal, has a nice almost fuzz around everything, keeping it true, but, you know, I like all black metal. This is Questy, I like every single black metal, it doesn't bother me, but yeah, this is in that style, so if that style sounds good to you, you know, dark throny kind of style, or I guess more in the style of Druk. But first of all, let's talk about the art. The art is fantastic. You know it's going to be good when it's just a woman standing there, ominously. You know it's going to be good because my favourite album of all time, Blood in Our Wells, just a woman standing there. One of my other favourite albums, Philosophem, just a woman standing there. So you know it's going to be fire when it's just a woman standing there. And yes, it is. Let's start off with the first song, Pan, which starts off with some chanting. I didn't expect it at all. This kind of chanting, like vocals, didn't expect. I thought it was just going to be screaming the entire way through, but nope. Some chanting in here, and it kind of sets the mood very well. And it goes from the chanting into the screaming, which you get these fantastic vocals. Love it to pieces. Again, this is where the vocals come through, shine. Just complete insanity. Love them. It feels like it's coming from the heart, like from deep within, like absolute pained, shrieking screams that feels like it's hurting him when he sings, which is just testament to how good it is. The rhythm on here, fantastic as well. It's very hypnotic, especially during the middle of this song. It does go into the more Druk/Panopticon, that kind of style of black metal, where it's just kind of hypnotic, the rhythms are keeping your head banging, you get lost in the music, and then, you know, picks back up again. Also, the screams in the background of this song is almost DSBM-like. I love them. And it's very haunting. Like, the screams in the background of the music, very haunting, and, you know, great way to kick off an album. Next up is, I'm going to have to read this, Gold Mittens. Yeah, gold mittens. Gold mittens for your kittens. This is another fantastic song. It starts with like this rhythmic, tribal-like drumming, like dun, 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 and then comes in with a bass after a short amount of time, it's like dun, 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 complementing the drums, and then kicks in with a guitar and the song blasts off. Great way. I kind of wish, because the build-up was so good to the intro of this song, I kind of wish it just exploded into ferocity afterwards, but it doesn't. It kind of goes into this mid-pace kind of section, but it doesn't last too long. Like, the second half of this song really picks up and is actually insane. Like, there's a part where he does this scream which feels like a tribal, like, throat warble, where it just goes on and on and on. It's like, oh, it's hard to replicate, but it's pure insanity, and I'm amazed every time he opens his mouth. And at the end of it as well, it goes into a spit, so it's like, and it goes ding 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 ding, hits him with a riff. What a fantastic transition. I love it. Just really reminds me of Shining with that, because he does a lot of that in his albums. Love it to pieces. Next one is Varen Og Tid, which starts off very strong and carries on throughout the whole song itself. But there is some unique parts about this song. The laughing, the crazy shrieking laughing, kind of like the Joker, is just really fun. And then you have like this off-tune kind of melody in some parts where it just kind of goes off-tune for a bit, and it just sounds really disturbing and really creepy and gives atmosphere to the whole song itself. Really appreciate that. The next song is fairly standard, not going to talk about the next song too much, but the guitar is a real standout in it. Very melodic and just, really nice. Just a solid song. No bells and whistles, no spitting into solos or anything crazy like that or chanting. Just a very good song. And next, and probably my favourite, is Kaevum Blood. Oh my god, this song is a masterpiece. I love this song to absolute pieces. It just gets better and better and better and better. Just phenomenal. It has like this Ruins of Beveras style creepy chanting in. Just like something off of Phallus Semen. It just sounds so terrifying like that. And then it goes more intense later on. He goes screaming so much he's coughing in it, like coughs in it. It's amazing. There's even like a gunshot later on into like the crazy laughing, and it's just every part about every song mixes into this one song. The rhythms are great, the melodies, the guitar, the screaming is fantastic. It's all just culminated into this beautiful piece, which is my favourite on the entire album. Leading into the last song, which is a nice little closer, beautiful piece of music, not quite as crazy as good as the last one, with all the bells and whistles, but it's just a nice atmospheric-y kind of screamy piece of beautiful black metal, which I love to close the album off. You don't want to close it on Kaevum Blood, because that's too fucking intense. That's too just all over the place. This is a nice little closer, and it well rounds the album, like 30-something minutes long, 34 or something like that minutes long. Very nice length. There's no fat to be trimmed off. Every song hits hard. Yeah, there's some I like more than others. Kaevum Blood, the very first song as well. Pan. But overall, this is a fantastic listen. One of the best I've heard in a long time, and one of the best black metal vocalists I've heard. Probably one of the best ever, to be honest. I fucking love it. So, overall, I'd give this album like a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it on the first couple of listens. Needed way more listens with it. Need to check out the debut as well. But I had a blast with this album, and I think it's one you should definitely check out. If you love good vocals, you love great melodies, I don't know why you wouldn't like this album. So I give it 2 thumbs up from Questy. 9 out of 10. Fucking banging album. Let me know what you thought of the album down below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.